High intelligence is often mistaken for arrogance, coldness, or social awkwardness. The common mind fears what it cannot categorize. Society rewards the loud, the certain, and the predictable. But true brilliance operates in the quiet margins of human behavior. You might be exhibiting signs of a superior intellect without even knowing it. These are not the traits of a genius in a movie. These are the clinical markers of a mind that processes reality differently. Chapter 1: The Burden of the Internal Monologue. The most common habit of high intelligence is talking to oneself. This is not a sign of madness, but of advanced self-regulation. Your brain is moving faster than your environment allows. Vocalizing thoughts helps to organize the chaos of high-speed processing. It is a technique for cognitive offloading. By speaking aloud, you force abstract concepts into concrete linguistic structures. This allows the working memory to focus on the next logical step. If you find yourself narrating your actions, your mind is seeking efficiency. It is the act of a director overseeing a complex production. Chapter 2: The Selective Social Filter. Highly intelligent people are often perceived as loners. The habit of avoiding small talk is not necessarily a lack of social skill. It is a refusal to engage in low-value data exchange. To a high IQ brain, gossip and trivialities are mental static. They consume energy without providing any intellectual return. The intelligent individual prefers deep, structured discourse or silence. Silence is not empty, it is a space for synthesis. If you feel drained after a party but energized after a solo project, your mind is prioritizing depth. You are not antisocial, you are pro-substance. You have a high threshold for stimulation because your internal world is already vivid. Chapter 3: The Cult of Chronic Doubt. Low intelligence is characterized by unwavering certainty. High intelligence is characterized by the habit of second-guessing oneself. This is known as the dunning-kruger effect in reverse. The more you know, the more you realize the vastness of your ignorance. You hesitate because you see the variables that others ignore. You analyze the second and third-order consequences of every action. This habit of overthinking is actually a sophisticated simulation of reality. Your brain is stress-testing ideas before they are implemented. Doubt is the engine of the scientific method. If you are often unsure, it is because your mind is too honest to lie to itself. Chapter 4: The Messy Environment Paradox. A habit of maintaining a cluttered desk or living space is frequently linked to high creativity. The brain does not prioritize external order when internal processing is at its peak. A tidy environment is a sign of a mind that is at rest. A messy environment is a sign of a mind that is actively building. You see connections between disparate objects that a neat person would separate. This is cognitive flexibility in physical form. The chaos around you is a resource, not a distraction. You are comfortable with ambiguity and entropy. Chapter 5: Evolutionary Novelty and Late Hours. The habit of being a night owl is statistically correlated with higher IQ scores. Historically, humans were programmed to sleep when the sun went down. Staying awake in the dark is an evolutionary novelty. It requires a brain that is less bound by ancestral biological rhythms. The night offers a unique psychological environment, total isolation. In the silence of the 2 a.m. hour, the intelligent mind is free from the social pressure of the day. This is when the default mode network of the brain can roam freely. If you thrive when the world sleeps, you are claiming a territory that others fear. Chapter 6: The Dark Humor Defense. A preference for dark, cynical, or twisted humor is a sign of high verbal and nonverbal intelligence. Processing a dark joke requires more cognitive heavy lifting than a simple pun. You must recognize the tragedy, decouple the emotion, and identify the logical incongruity. It is a form of emotional regulation through intellectualization. People with lower cognitive capacity find dark humor offensive because they cannot bypass the immediate emotional response. Intelligence allows you to find patterns and irony in the darkest corners of existence. It is the ability to laugh at the void. Chapter 7: Observation over Participation. In a social setting, the most intelligent person is often the quietest observer. The habit of people watching is an exercise in data collection. You are looking for micro-expressions, social dynamics, and underlying motives. While others are performing for the group, you are analyzing the performance. This can make you appear detached or judgmental. In reality, you are simply more interested in the why than the what. You notice the lie in a smile and the fear in a boast. Your habit of listening is a weapon of information gathering. Chapter 8: The Chronic Need for Novelty. Highly intelligent minds are easily bored by repetition. The habit of constantly starting new hobbies or projects is a sign of a hunger for neuroplasticity. Once your brain solves the puzzle of a skill, it seeks a higher level of complexity. Maintenance is boring, discovery is life. This can lead to a jack-of-all-trades lifestyle. Society calls this lack of focus. Psychology calls this divergent thinking. You are building a cross-disciplinary map of the world. Conclusion: the price of clarity. High intelligence is not a gift of happiness. It is a tool for navigating a complex and often irrational universe. If you possess these habits, you likely feel like an outsider. Embrace the solitude that comes with a high-speed mind. Stop trying to dim your light to make others comfortable. The world needs your skepticism, your dark humor, and your messiness. It needs people who talk to themselves because they are the only ones worth listening to. Intelligence is a lonely path, but it is the only one that leads to the truth. Stay messy, stay awake, stay doubtful. The void is waiting for your next joke. Cognitive sovereignty is the only true freedom.